Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing a Simic Explore deck. This one actually was that kind of the concept came from Star City Games. They did a deck very similar to this one. I changed up a few things, but for the most part it's kind of like Simic Midrange, but you're playing a lot of cheaper stuff at the same time. So anyway, so Llanowar Elves ramps us up into our big stuff, and really what we're trying to do is hit like big Hydro Crasises, be able to just use our adapt on Zagana, and just do some really crazy stuff. This gives all of our creatures with counters trample as well. So we have a Trampley, a Trampley Wild Growth Walker, which with all of our explorers is also just getting hit really big. We can also add just tons of mana because we have our Growing Rights of Itlamok, so we can add tons of counters onto our Wild Growth Walker swing in, or onto any creature swing in. Then I added the Hadana's Climb. I felt like it just needed to be in this deck, at least as a one of. I would say possibly a two of. The Growing Rights I think is better in some cases, or like most cases. But at the same time, this is a pretty big win condition, especially if you have Zagana down that gives that creature trample as well. So having a flyer that's massive and trampling, pretty cool. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I decided to go ahead and add a Hadana's Climb, but overall this deck is pretty just straightforward. Try to draw into the best things, whatever you're needing, the Wild Growth Walker or your Explorer guys to kind of get you to the late game, and then find a Growing Rights of Itlamok, have a big board, and then cast a massive Hydroid Krasis, gain tons of life, draw cards, and then win with card advantage and big guys. It's about what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this goes, and wish me luck. All right, here we are again against Pleasant Kenobi. So we do get another try here, and hopefully he draws into the lands he wants. I mean, I prefer that he does. Well, I mean, I like this. I don't like that I can't play Llanowar in turn one, but we're gonna keep it. Hello again. All right, let's go ahead and just get down Hinchland Harbor because it really doesn't matter. This might let us get two Llanowars down instead. All right, so plays a swamp. All right, there we go. So that's what we're hoping for. So Llanowar. And pass the turn. And we can go X5 on this Hydroid Krasis, or X3 again already. We'll see if they have fungal infections, or I really don't know what. Like, I haven't looked into what everyone else is playing yet, so I'm really interested to see how dead we are. I think we want to try to get Hydroid Krasis up to 6. We just get so much more value out of it. So let's go ahead and Jade Light Ranger. Let's go Graveyard with that. And Library with Growing Rights. And no attacks. Alright, so they do Lightning Strike the Jade Light Ranger. That's fine. We are going to Hydroid Krasis for 4. Gain some life, draw some cards. Wild Growth Walker is not bad. And we have a lot of mana next turn, as long as we can flip this. Alright, so Fungal Infection does kill one of our guys, so we have to play both these guys to have a shot. We're going to see if this works. And the cast down. This is just removal.deck. This might be like Grixis Dragons or whatever. I've seen that they're doing quite a bit of removal in theirs. Let's go ahead and try to Growing Rights first. So let's 1, 2, 3. Because I can still play both these guys at this point. Just want to see what else we can find. Hydroid Krasis is awesome. Let's go for Zagana. And Wild Growth Walker. And Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. And I'm loving the feel of this deck. It's been awesome. The one card I might throw in here as well is just maybe 1 or 2 of the Benthic Merfolk, just in case you only have islands in your hand. You still have something that can draw you cards on turn 2, or get you to what you're trying to do. So I do like that. Another cast down. It's a little frustrating. That is the biggest issue of the Growing Rights deck, is that like if you're playing against these just removal decks, like they're hard to keep up with. So Zagana, and that gives us a small Hydrocrisis, but it, or do we go for X6 here? Let's just go for X6. Gain a lot of life, draw a lot of cards. So yeah, draw 3, gain 3 life, get a 6/6. Not bad. I like the creatures we got. They could have another cast down. They seem to have a lot of those. Alright, they do play Angrath. Alright, so this is actually a CMC3, so he can steal it. And it sacrifices. Nice. Because X counts as, I think, 0. So, I mean, I'm not sure in that case where it counts as, but I believe that's how it goes. All right, well, let's go with Zagana, Shapers of Nature, Wild Growth Walker, flip Growing Rights. So now we have 5 extra mana. We can start just putting counters on stuff. And adapting Zagana, which is not bad. This guy is down a bit. We do have to discard this Adventurous Impulse, which, yep, resolves.
No fire, no seal.
And if they try to Lightning Strike anything, we can at least put a counter onto our guys here. And this also gives us a lot of card draw as well. Do I want to create a 4/4 here? I think I do, actually. Alright, passes my turn. Alright, Hidana's Climb's not terrible. And we can still adapt Zagana. So, adapt Zagana. And now we can actually get him out of range of being able to be triple blocked. And we can flip Hidana's Climb. So, yep, next. Put a counter there. Go to combat. And I can actually swing at them for 18. So I think we do that. And I guess I was supposed to do that before they had a chance to block stuff. It does have trample. Alright, so they block there. Yeah, I mean, we're still going to get in for as much damage as we can. Because that turns our Shapers of Nature possibly into enough. So they do Surveil, which is kind of scary. They don't have a lot of life here left. See, this is where I feel like the Hidana's Climb just works so well with this deck. Everything you're trying to do, it just makes it better. So I would say I would go up to another Hidana's Climb. The thing is, I probably was supposed to do it beforehand just so they didn't have other creatures to block with, but down to 3. And he has to basically kill everything here now. And he's paying for that. Ooh, alright, so Big chance here. All right, so kills most of his board instead. Rakdos Showstopper, very interesting. So it flips a coin, so it looks like I just did it automatically, so it wasn't a very long thing here, which is nice. A lot of people have been speculating whether or not. So when it does, when it comes down, it flips a creature for each coin, if that isn't a demon, devil, or imp, and then if it comes up tails, it destroys those creatures. So it's a random destroy certain things. And so luckily it didn't hit Zagana. And he had to pay the 2 for it anyway. So, I mean, he could, like, kill our Wild Growth Walker here real quick. But he's basically dead at this point because we have a Trampler. He can make us lose 2 life. He already spent... Yeah, okay, there we go. So, alright. Well, that was really cool. It was good to at least see that card come out. It was unlucky that the main guy we wanted didn't die, but he would have had to kill all of our board. All right, so we are up against Pleasant Kenobi. Bring it on, Kenobi. And playing our... Ooh, this is looking like a great hand. All right, yeah, we'll keep that. Ain't too shabby at all. All right, so Mr. Elves go down. And pass the turn. And up against red... I'm wondering if I would almost prefer... now we just get down to Wild Growth Walker, swing in. I was going to say, with up against mono red or on the play, we could maybe get down Drew to the Cowl and make sure we can get multiple things next turn, but yeah, this isn't bad. Alright, they do have the cast down, which is unfortunate. Hopefully we draw another one. We do not. Alright, Hinterland Harbor. Let's go ahead and play and try to draw into what we're looking for. Hydrocrasis, we're going to put that to the library, actually. And now we play a Druid of the Cowl. And pass the turn. And we can get a pretty decent Hydrocrasis next turn, which isn't bad. Gains us life, draws us cards. It comes out as a 4/4, flying with Trample on turn 4. That draws us a card and gains us life. So it's not too shabby at all. Sorry if this is distracting. Alright, so now it's not as big. They did take down one of our guys, which, you know, that's fine. We're actually probably could just Merfolk Branch Walker. So getting down to 3/3. I guess I would have drawn us 2 cards and gained us 2 life. So, you know, I think we actually still use it, though. They actually didn't play the land that turn. So, yeah, let's go for it. So, X3. Still isn't bad. Gain a life, draw a card, swing in, and now we have a Jadelight Ranger in hand. And we have a 3/3 flyer. Alright, Direfleet Daredevil doesn't do much against our deck. It does stop the Branch Walker, I guess. Alright, so Jadelight Ranger. What are we looking for? There's Forest, and Shapers of Nature goes to the graveyard. We play Forest. We play Jadelight Ranger number 2. Forest and Adventurous Impulse. Yeah, that's Library. We can go find what we want next turn. Swing in for 3. So this guy can block all these guys, but he does scoop it up. We just had 9 points of damage next turn and didn't draw into land. So, yeah. I mean, I think that if he had drawn it to land, he might have had a better chance there. Alright, well, that's it for today's video. This one's going to be a little bit shorter because I'm trying to make sure that I get enough of these decks done here during the Wizards of the Coast event, which I'm grateful that they're sponsoring for, because they give us all the cards, and so I'm going to try to build as many decks with that available to me right now. I'm going to do all the best decks, then I'll probably do a lot of more like cheaper, like budget arena budget decks after that. So if you guys are looking for anything, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys would change anything with this deck, if you think it does deserve that second Hedon's Climb, which I think it does, then let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.